What's up YouTube? This is Brian from Bull Strength coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about barbell maintenance. So if you have a home gym set up, especially one where your equipment is more exposed to the elements, so for example, if you have weights sitting out on your porch, or if you have a setup similar to mine in your garage, you want to be doing things to maintain the equipment. If you neglect the equipment, you're going to find that it's going to rust out pretty quickly, especially if you live in a tropical climate like me. I live in Tampa, Florida, so it gets very humid here. So you want to be keeping up with your barbell maintenance. You want to keep the barbell as clean as possible. So first I'm going to go over some equipment that I have to clean my barbell, and then I'm going to walk you through the cleaning process and tell you exactly why we're doing it. So the first thing you're going to need is a brush. So this brush I bought on Amazon for about $5, so they're extremely cheap. You just want one with some rough bristles that you're going to be able to rub over the steel without actually destroying the brush itself. Next thing you want is a can of WD-40 and a wash rag. So after you scrape the chalk off with the brush, you want to spray this cloth and just run it over the barbell. Now you don't want it to be soaked, you don't want it to be too slick. Obviously you're going to use the barbell for lifting again, so you don't want it to be this like greasy stick. You want to make sure that you just put a thin coat of it on there, and that's part of the reason why we don't directly spray on it. We want to spray on the washcloth and then kind of wipe the barbell down with it. The next thing that I have, it's just an old used toothbrush. This is just kind of to get in to some like crooks and crevices that I wouldn't be able to get into with the bigger brush. This would be for more like the smaller dumbbells and kettlebells. And you're also going to need a size 10 Allen key, and this is going to be used for tightening down the collars on your barbell. So from excessive lifting and dropping the bar and things like that, the collars will start to get loose. So you do want to check the bolts at the end for tightness every once in a while. All right, let's walk over to the barbell. All right, so here I am with my dirty barbell. I just got done doing deadlifts, so it's covered in chalk right now. Now, why do we not want chalk on the barbell? Well, let's think about why we put it on our hands in the first place. The reason why we do it is to keep our hands dry, right? So the chalk is absorbing moisture so that our hands are dry, so that we can get more weight with deadlifts and with cleans and different pulling exercises like that. So in other words, chalk is hydrophilic, right? It attracts water. So if you leave chalk on the barbell, it's going to attract water from the air, and it's going to rust you out a lot more quickly. So what we want to do is we want to take our brush and get the excess chalk off. All right, so now that the chalk is mostly off, we want to spray the washcloth and just wipe the barbell down. So if you have a little bit of chalk left over, it's not a big deal because it's going to get cleaned up at this step right here. So like I said, we don't want to completely grease the entire barbell so it's disgusting. We just want to put a little layer on it. So now that I have my washcloth damp with WD-40, I'm just going to wipe the barbell down. All right, so after going over it with the washcloth, it's going to be a little tiny bit slick. So what we want to do is fold our washcloth so we have a dry part, and we just want to soak up any excess oil that might be on the barbell. All right, so I got my size 10 Allen key here. So all we're going to do is just make sure that the collars are tight on this barbell. So what we want to do is stick it into the hole. Right? Then we're going to grab the inner part of the barbell to ensure it doesn't spin, and we're just going to crank it down. Get it nice and tight, and you're good to go. So pretty much, I check my barbells for tightness probably every three to 4 weeks or so. It's not something you have to be super obsessive with, but you do want to make sure that the bolts are nice and tight every now and then at least. As for brushing off chalk and putting oil on, I brush the barbell after every single session that I get chalk on it, because like I said, the chalk is hydrophilic and it will cause rusting. So make sure you get the chalk off to prevent rusting, and then just get a thin coat of oil on there. So the coat of oil, I don't necessarily do that every single time, but maybe every other time or so. All right, that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. Make sure you keep your barbell clean, stay on top of that. That applies to your dumbbells and kettlebells too. Make sure you are brushing off chalk and make sure you're greasing that shit down. So I hope you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.